Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, I came to tell you something that might just save your sanity. Everything will come to you. Calm down. I know the pressure's high, the clock is ticking, the weight is real, you're watching others rise while you're still climbing. But let me tell you this, delay is not denial. Your destiny is not determined by what you see, but by what you know deep down in your soul. You've been pacing, praying, pushing, and pressing, trying to make it happen. But I came with a word today. Stop striving and start trusting. You don't have to force what's already been promised. If it's yours, it's coming. If it's meant for you, it won't miss you. But you've got to stay grounded in the waiting. Peace is not passive, it's powerful. It's the weapon that keeps your mind from falling apart while God is still putting the pieces together. Let me ask you something. Can you handle the quiet before the breakthrough? Can you sit still long enough to let patience do her perfect work? Because sometimes the blessing doesn't come with a bang. Sometimes it sneaks up on you like a whisper in the wilderness. The enemy wants to rush you into desperation, but desperation is not your portion. Calm down, because what's coming is greater than what's been. You didn't miss it. You're not late. You're not forgotten. You are exactly where you need to be for God to show up like only He can. Delay is not denial. Just because the door didn't open the first time you knocked doesn't mean it's locked forever. Some of us are so quick to assume that a pause is a permanent no. But let me break that lie today. Delay is not a divine rejection. Sometimes it's just divine preparation. God doesn't deny you when He delays you. He develops you. That wait, that silence, that not yet, it's working behind the scenes in ways you can't even imagine. See, if God gave you everything you asked for when you asked for it, you might not have the character to carry it. You might not have the strength to sustain it. You might misuse the blessing because your maturity hasn't caught up to your miracle. So the delay isn't cruelty, it's kindness. It's grace in disguise. The longer the oven is on, the richer the flavor. So maybe God's just letting your purpose marinate before it hits the table. Let's be real. Delay tests your heart. It strips away the ego. It quiets the noise, and it teaches you how to trust. Trust is easy when the answer is fast. Faith is fun when things are falling into place. But what about when nothing's moving? When the timeline's expired and the prayer seems stale? That's when real faith shows up. That's when you find out whether you're committed to the promise or just addicted to the pace. And I know the enemy loves to whisper in the waiting. He'll tell you it's over, it's too late. Everybody else got theirs but you. But he's a liar. Don't confuse momentum with meaning. Just because others are moving doesn't mean you're missing it. They're in their season. You're still in your soil. The root always comes before the fruit. And if God has you planted, don't pull yourself out too early trying to prove something. So when things slow down, when the email doesn't come, when the phone doesn't ring, when the breakthrough looks like it's bypassed your street, I dare you to whisper to yourself, this is a delay, not a denial. I'm still chosen. I'm still on schedule. I'm still in line for the miracle. It didn't pass me. It's preparing for me. Delay is not denial. It's the hallway between faith and fulfillment. Stop striving, start trusting. There's a difference between moving in obedience and moving in obsession. And some of us have crossed that line without even realizing it. You're trying to grind your way into something that can only be graced. You're losing sleep, losing peace, losing joy, trying to force open doors that were never meant to open by pressure. But listen, when you truly trust the plan, you don't have to manipulate the process. Striving is what happens when you believe it's all on you, that if you don't make it happen, it won't happen. But trust flips the script. Trust says if God started it, God will finish it. When you're striving, you're hustling for your worth. But when you're trusting, you're resting in your identity. You move different when you know the weight is not on your back. It's in His hands. Some of us have confused movement with progress. You're doing a lot, but you're not going anywhere. You're busy, but you're not fruitful. Why? Because you're operating from fear, not faith. You're scared that if you don't push, the promise will pass you. But anything you have to strive for to keep, you'll have to strive for to sustain. And that's not freedom, that's bondage. When God gives it, it comes with peace. It comes with clarity. It comes without compromise. Let me say this, trust is not laziness. Trust is alignment. It's knowing when to move and when to be still. It's waking up with confidence, not panic. It's saying, I'll do my part, but I won't play God in my own life. Too many of us are exhausted, not because life is hard, but because we're trying to control what we were never designed to carry. You're over here driving the car, reading the map, fixing the engine, and wondering why you're tired. Baby, trust lets you ride in the passenger seat and enjoy the journey. So I need you to release that tight grip you've got on the outcome. Loosen that jaw. Unclench your fists. You're not losing control. You're giving it back to the one who never lost it in the first place. Stop striving, stop stressing, stop scripting every step. Start trusting that the same God who gave you the vision knows how to bring it to life. He's not asking you to hustle harder. He's asking you to believe deeper. Peace is powerful. Don't let this world convince you that peace is passive. That calm means weak. That quiet means you've given up. No. Real peace is warfare. It's a fight to stay grounded when chaos is calling your name. It's a fight to stay still when everything in you wants to run. You've got to understand, anybody can panic. Anybody can react. But it takes strength to remain calm under pressure. You know what's easy? Lashing out. Trying to fix everything and everyone just to get a false sense of control. But peace doesn't panic. Peace says, I'm not going to let what's around me get inside me. Peace is not the absence of problems. It's the presence of perspective. It's knowing that even in the fire, you're not alone. That even in the storm, you've still got a savior in your boat. That kind of peace will confuse people, scare demons, and silence the noise. Some of the strongest people you know aren't the loudest in the room. They're the ones who've learned how to be unbothered. They've cried in private, but walked in public with power. That's not ego. That's not denial. That's the fruit of someone who knows who's really in control. They've discovered that peace is not just an emotion, it's a strategy, it's armor, it's the evidence of trust. Have you ever noticed how peace will protect your energy, your mind, your time? When you walk in peace, you stop responding to every attack. You stop chasing every rumor. You stop defending yourself in every room. Why? Because you know that the God who called you will also cover you. Peace says, I don't have to clap back. I'll let favor speak for me. Peace makes you unavailable to drama and fully available to destiny. So when the enemy tries to stir confusion, when the bills pile up, when the relationship's rocky, when the door closes and the timeline's blown, I dare you to stand there with a stillness that screams, I know who I am. I know who holds this. I'm not shaken. I'm not rushed. I've got peace, and that's my power. Because in a world that thrives on urgency, peace is rebellion. Peace is a weapon for you. And the one who walks in peace, I need you to grab that truth and let it anchor your soul. We live in a world that loves to race, A world that worships timing and idolizes urgency, but purpose doesn't panic. Destiny doesn't run out. What's been assigned to your life by heaven cannot be intercepted by man. If God wrote it, you don't have to chase it. You just have to walk in alignment with it. The blessing has a GPS and it knows exactly where to find you. You ever watch someone else walk into their moment and feel that sting, that whisper of maybe you missed it, maybe it passed you, maybe you took too long? But let me kill that lie. You don't miss what belongs to you when you're moving by divine design. What's yours is yours, not based on popularity, not based on who knew the right people, but based on the hand of God. And when he says it's time, nothing and nobody can block it. See, what's for you isn't in competition with what's for them. God's not running out of opportunities. Heaven isn't low on favor. You're not losing because someone else is winning. You're not behind, you're being built. So stop comparing seasons. Stop letting envy distract you from your own lane. If someone got theirs, celebrate them like it's proof that yours is on the way. Because when your time comes, it's going to come so right, so full, so tailor-made, it'll be undeniable. And let me be clear, what's meant for you doesn't require manipulation. You don't have to scheme, bend, beg, or break yourself to fit into places that weren't designed for you. If you have to force it, it's not favor. Real purpose fits. Real calling flows. You don't have to become someone else to get what's yours. The real you. The healed you. The growing you. The authentic you is the only version God wants to bless. You won't have to lose yourself to find what's meant for you. So take a deep breath. Shake the fear off. You haven't missed a moment. You didn't mess up too bad. You're not too far behind. That door you thought was a missed opportunity, maybe it was protection in disguise. That detour you hated, maybe it was divine direction. The blessing is not lost. The purpose is not past. What's meant for you is not pacing the floor wondering where you are. It's on its way, right on schedule, right on time. Patience builds character. I know you don't want to hear that. I know it doesn't preach like favor or shout like breakthrough, but it's truth, and sometimes truth has to be swallowed before it can be celebrated. We love results, we crave arrival, but we often forget that the waiting room is where God does his best work. Patience isn't punishment, it's the gym for your spirit. It's the soil where strength grows. While you're waiting on the promise, God's working on you. We don't like the idea that we need to be prepared. We want the promotion without the pressure. We want the crown without the cross. But real blessings come with weight. And if you're not rooted, the very thing you prayed for could crush you. So God, because he loves you, will slow things down, not to tease you, but to train you. Not to frustrate you, but to form you. Because who you're becoming in the wait is more important than what you're waiting for. See, patience will teach you how to steward peace. It'll show you how to obey without understanding. It'll humble you. It'll dig deep into the parts of you that perform, panic or prove, and it'll pull them out by the root. That kind of growth doesn't feel good, but it does good. You'll start to find strength in silence, power in the pause. You'll learn how to be faithful even when it feels fruitless. That's character, that's depth. That's the kind of person who can carry a calling. Some of the most dangerous people in the kingdom aren't the loudest. They're the ones who've been through the fire and came out refined. They didn't quit, they didn't rush, they didn't demand shortcuts. They let patience do its perfect work. And now they walk with wisdom. Now they move with discernment. Now they don't just speak from hype, they speak from history. When you've waited with God, you don't come out the same. You come out with weight on your word. So if it feels like God's got you on hold, don't hang up, don't disconnect. Don't assume he's forgotten you. He's building something in you that no platform can give and no storm can steal. He's forming character that success can't fake and failure can't break. Patience isn't wasting time, it's weaving purpose. It's not the delay of destiny, it's the development of durability. Quiet moments are part of the process. And if you don't understand that, you'll mistake peace for punishment. You'll think silence means something's wrong when sometimes silence means something's right. Some of the most powerful moves of God happen in whispers, not shouts, in stillness, not spectacle. It's in the quiet where clarity is born. In the quiet where you finally hear what heaven's been trying to say, but we've become so addicted to noise, so conditioned by chaos that we panic when things get still. You ever notice how uncomfortable we get in the silence? We start overthinking, we start doubting, we start chasing distractions because noise is familiar, movement feels productive. But stillness forces you to face yourself. It reveals where your confidence really is. Is your peace rooted in progress or in presence? Is your identity wrapped in activity or in alignment? See, the quiet doesn't mean God left. Sometimes it means he sat down beside you and wants you to listen. Don't underestimate what's happening in the quiet. Seeds don't sprout with noise. Healing doesn't shout while it's working. Foundations aren't built in the spotlight. They're laid deep in the dirt, far from applause, far from attention. So maybe God has you in a hidden place because he's establishing something unshakable. Maybe the quiet is where you're learning how to live without validation. Maybe the quiet is where the anointing is being refined. Think about it. Jesus did miracles in front of crowds, but he prayed in the quiet. He battled temptation in the wilderness. He wrestled with his purpose in the garden alone. Don't miss the pattern. The public power came from private peace. So if you're in a quiet season, you're not being punished, you're being prepared. You're not being overlooked, you're being overhauled. There's a work being done in you that doesn't need an audience right now because it's not for their approval, it's for his purpose. So instead of resisting the stillness, start respecting it. Sit in it, breathe in it. Ask God, what are you showing me here that I couldn't hear in the noise? There's a reason the shepherd leads beside still waters, because peace precedes power. Quiet doesn't mean nothing's happening. It means something holy is, something sacred, something deep. So if it's quiet right now, don't run. Don't fill the space, lean in, because in the quiet, the real transformation begins. Your steps are ordered. You're not wandering. You're not lost. You're not moving in circles. Even when it feels like life is zigzagging, even when the road looks like it's going the long way around, every step has a purpose. There are no accidents in the hands of a sovereign God. What feels like a detour is often divine direction in disguise. You may not see the full picture, but your path is not random, it's righteous. And when God orders something, he doesn't consult your comfort, he consults your calling. We love the idea of ordered steps until they take us somewhere we didn't expect, somewhere uncomfortable, somewhere unfamiliar. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's wrong. Some of the steps that feel the most confusing are the ones that are building the most character. God doesn't always take you the quickest way, but he always takes you the best way. And sometimes the best way is through places that grow you, not just places that gratify you. You might be stepping through valleys, through dry seasons, through rooms you don't understand, but don't stop walking. Don't assume the path is broken just because it's painful. If you knew how much purpose was packed into this season, you'd stop trying to escape it and start trying to extract from it. Every step is shaping you. Every turn is teaching you. Every closed door, every hard lesson, every delay, it's all part of a holy choreography. Here's what's wild. God will even use your missteps to redirect you. That wrong turn you thought disqualified you, that relationship you thought wrecked your future, he's folding it into the journey. He's not surprised by your mistakes. He factored them into the plan. That's how secure your calling is. When he says your steps are ordered, he doesn't mean perfect, he means purposeful. Even your stumbles are being used to get you to the place you were destined to stand. So stop second guessing every move. Stop questioning your worth based on where you are right now. You are not off track. You are on a route that was handcrafted by heaven. It may be slower than you planned. It may look different than what you dreamed, but your steps are ordered, not rushed, not random, ordered by a God who sees the end from the beginning and still says, this way. Keep walking. I got you. Delay doesn't mean denial. Just because it hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not going to. Just because the answer hasn't come doesn't mean it's not on the way. We're so quick to equate timing with approval. If it comes fast, it must be right. If it's slow, it must be wrong. But faith doesn't operate on your clock. Favor doesn't bow to your calendar. There are some things God is doing behind the scenes that require divine timing, not your personal deadline. Sometimes a delay is the blessing. You wanted it sooner, but if it had come when you asked for it, you wouldn't have been ready to carry it. It would have crushed you instead of crowned you. So God, in his mercy, held it back, not to hurt you, but to prepare you. Delay isn't rejection, it's refinement. He's not saying no, he's saying not yet. Because what he's building in you is too valuable to be rushed. It's bigger than you think, it's deeper than you imagine, and it's going to need strong roots to support the kind of harvest he's about to release. Think about it. Just because a seed sits buried in the dark for a season doesn't mean it's dead. It's becoming, it's pushing, it's developing in silence. And when the time is right, what looked like nothing will suddenly sprout into something undeniable. Your wait is not wasted. Your prayers haven't been ignored. Your tears haven't gone unnoticed. Every moment of delay is layered with purpose. Heaven's clock is never off. He's not slow, he's strategic. But we live in a world that celebrates speed and glorifies instant results. So when God takes his time, we think we missed it. We think we failed. We start questioning the promise, the process. But hear this, the longer the wait, the weightier the glory. Sometimes God lets the tension stretch, because what he's preparing to pour into you requires capacity. He's not just trying to give you what you asked for, he's trying to expand you so you can handle even more than you expected. So don't let the delay make you walk away. Don't let the silence steal your expectation. The promise, the door will open, the answer will come. Just because it's taking longer than you thought doesn't mean it's not on the way. God's not yet is still a yes in motion. Delay is not denial. It's divine design. And if you can hold your posture, hold your faith, hold your ground, you'll see it come to pass right on time, just like he said. So breathe, slow your spirit, settle your soul. You don't have to chase what God already called yours. You don't have to beg for what's been written in your story. Everything you need, every open door, every answered prayer, every healing, every breakthrough, it's on its way. But it's not coming through panic. It's coming through peace. This journey you're on is not random. These quiet seasons, the delays, the detours, the doors that didn't open, they're not wasted. They're not working against you. They're working for you. God is building something in you that's greater than anything he's bringing to you. And when it comes, it's going to fit so perfectly, you'll realize why it had to take this long. So stand still and trust. Stay faithful and breathe deep. You don't have to rush what's divine. You don't have to force what's already been written. Calm down. Not because life is perfect, but because your peace is. Everything will come to you in time, in purpose, in power. Just don't move before God moves. And when he does, walk like it was always yours.